The videos you're seeing right now have all exploded with millions of views, and here's the crazy secret. They were made using an AI script system I've been quietly testing for months. While most creators waste 5 to 10 hours struggling with scripts, this system cranks out amazing content in 30 minutes. So you might be asking, what makes this system so special? You see, it's not just another boring AI tool. This system combines multiple AI brains working together, studying what makes videos go viral and applying those winning formulas to your topic. I've been using this exact system on my own channel, and it's completely transformed my results. By the end of this video, you'll have the step-by-step blueprint to build this powerful system yourself. I'll show you 5 awesome ways to use it: creating teaching videos that keep people watching, faceless channels that actually work, titles that get tons of clicks, eye-catching thumbnail ideas, and descriptions that help you go viral. This YouTube system is the game changer you've been waiting for. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's get started building this system. The first thing you will need is an account with Poppy AI. And so if you want to sign up, you can grab my link down below, and it will actually get you a $25 discount if you're gonna use the code AI guy. Alright, so once you sign up, you're gonna end up on this very page, and what you can do is you can click on new board, or alternatively, since you're gonna be basically copying my system right here, which I'll get back to in a moment, you're gonna go to templates right here, and at the moment you cannot see my system here because it's not been published yet, but by the time you're gonna be watching this video, my system is gonna be somewhere here, so you can also go ahead and look for the system named YouTube System AI Guy and go ahead and use that template. Now, just in case you're new to the Poppy AI, I understand how this could look overwhelming, so let me actually take a step back and really quick explain to you the really high overview fundamentals of this tool. So the way it is now, it is just as good as a regular AI like ChatGPT or Claude AI, because yeah, on its own it's just an AI agent, but the magic happens when you start plugging things into it. So for example, we can go to Mr. Beast and get any of his videos, and for example, go back here and simply click on paste, and as you can see, the video is going to appear. Now what we can do is we can simply connect that video to the chat window and ask it whatever question we want. So for instance, I'm gonna ask it summarize that video in 10 bullet points, and as you can see, it can actually scan and read the video and give you that summary. Now again, we're gonna use it for much more complex purposes, you can see here, but yeah, that's just kind of the concept here. And yeah, in a nutshell, that's just all about connecting elements to this AI agent and, you know, getting information out of it the way you want it to give it to you. And so here on the left side, you can connect a bunch of other stuff. So whether it's documents, whether it's websites, text files, links, you know, actual video files, you can just upload videos onto here, voice memos, which is super OP. But yeah, I mean, we're going to be mentioning all these things indirectly as I'll be explaining this system to you guys. So actually, with that said, let me present to you the system and explain each of the units, and then we can move on to actually implementing the system. So now we're looking at the system that I've been really perfecting for days, if not weeks. And actually, for, you know, just a side note, the intro to this very video you're watching right now was also made with this system. As you can see, this is the chatbot I used, so we can actually zoom in real quick. Here we go. So the videos you're seeing right now, blah blah blah, exploded. You can actually go back within the video and realize that it is actually word for word the script that I wrote or read, and it's actually banging. So that is what this system produced. Now that you understand it kind of works, let me actually go to the group 1. Group 1 is all about you. So in this case, it's all about me, but it should really be all about you. So what I really mean by that, basically what we want to achieve here is create your own voice or tell AI who you are. So what's the best way to do that? First of all, if you're already creating content, that's amazing. You know, it's all a matter of copy pasting a few links, as you can see. So I pasted links to 4 of my videos, as well as I gave a text, like an actual transcript of one of my longer courses, so it understands like the context of all AI tools that I use within this channel's ecosystem, so to speak, and then actual screenshots of my videos so that it knows how I title stuff, and then I don't know what else it's actually going to extract from this information, but I do feel like giving it screenshots is actually important in order to achieve precise results. Now, if you don't have an online presence, you can actually record a voice memo. So that's the first thing I recommend you to do, because it really needs, like, AI needs to understand how you talk in order to give you spectacular results. So for that, you do need to record a voice memo if you're doing some kind of a personal or branded channel. If you are, however, doing like a faceless channel, or you just want to enter a niche with automated channels, what you can do is you can also put your competitors right here so that it knows either your writing style or the way your competitors write, and therefore it will understand the culture of this niche. So with all that being said, add all the data you can to this group, all the data you possibly could, because it is fundamental and imperative for this group to be packed with data, and that is the only way AI can actually produce stunning results. And ideally, this group is going to be fully empty. So when I give you guys this template, I'm going to delete all my videos, because obviously nothing is stopping you from pasting them back, but yeah, it's really not about, you know, having my voice here. You actually need to do some work and plug in your own videos and voice files and whatever else you can give it so that it understands who you really are. Now, moving on to the second group, it's going to be the way it is now. So basically what I did here is I actually exclusively for Poppy AI users, I plugged in 3 videos from my academy. And by the way, if you want to know more about my academy, you can just click the link right here. It's going to be somewhere here. It's where I teach all kinds of cool stuff. But yeah, what I did here is I exclusively plugged in 3 of the videos from my course, and all these videos are all talking about the art of writing and whatnot. And for example, title wizardry and writing 101 and get more views and grow faster. In those videos, I explained a lot of the fundamental principles so that AI now knows these fundamental principles. So that's why they are here. Basically, I cloned my brain and my vision of YouTube into AI. That's, by the way, something you can also do in the previous chapter. Maybe you can also tell it how you see YouTube and what an ideal video is to you, or you can even add that particular voice memo in the second group as well. Now, additionally, I'm attaching here some PDFs, and they're packed with awesome information, and they're super useful when it comes to crafting your perfect script. So that is why you absolutely need to grab my template, because this group right here makes all the difference. And of course, you know, I'm not the biggest expert on YouTube, so you can definitely add maybe some podcasts with Mr. Beast when he talks about creating viral videos, or like a script writing course from YouTube. But I think it's now logically complete, and there's so much information within these videos and the PDFs. So I almost guarantee that AI really knows now how to write viral videos. Now in the group 3, I decided to add a few reference videos. So I called it examples of high-level storytelling. So, you know, despite the fact that I gave it all the instructions, it's still good to give it context. So it can scan a few viral videos from some of the biggest creators and, you know, understand the real storytelling within your niche. And of course, it's useful to add some more examples from your niche. So go to the biggest channels within your niche and plug in a few of their popular videos, because the more data, the better. Now, group number 4 is going to be useful down the line, but basically here with this group, I'm giving AI some data about how big YouTubers are titling their videos, as well as my own training about my own philosophy of titling videos. And it's about 18 minutes long, and it's also leaked exclusively from my academy, so it's super valuable. And this video alone has so much cool information, so trust me, you want to get this template. But anyway, so in group 5, we have this thumbnail training video from YouTube, just a random video that I grabbed, as well as my own training from my course about thumbnails, where for 14 whole minutes, I talk about, well, my own vision of what makes a viral thumbnail. And lastly, this group is empty, but it's for a reason. And as you can see, it's called context. And so here I left a side note. In order for the magic to happen, we need to give AI context to work with. That could be linked to the video we're copying or referencing. And that's a no-brainer and the most OP strategy that is out there. So you want to be essentially copying videos all the time, but you know, you want to give AI videos to copy is what I'm saying, or at least to reference. But of course, it's not just videos. It should be a combination of everything. So whether it's a web article, web page, educational videos, your voice memo, or like a brain dump about the context, right? Or a speech about the context, or you can even add a text file where you just, you know, brain dump your thoughts or whatever. And then honestly, it's all about your creativity and what you can come up with. So really anything works. Screenshots, links to videos, actual video files, they support that now. You know, text files, PDFs, links to courses, like I said, or links to Loom videos, you know, anything truly that gives context, that needs to be right here. And that's where the magic happened. And so before we actually dive into testing this system, I was just talking about, you know, context and how you need to give it whatever you can come up with. Here's my home dashboard, kind of the main board that I use all the time. And it looks like a mess and it's a bit overwhelming. Basically, I divided it into multiple sort of areas where different events happen. So for example, if I go to bottom right, this is kind of the Instagram corner. So here I have some viral creators for Instagram and their reels to reference. And then I'm basically, you know, drafting my reels right here. Or here I was making a sales launch. So here I have like a Alex Hermosi training video and a few screenshots of the website that was being promoted, as well as my own Telegram channel screenshots. And here's my own YouTube system. It's kind of rough looking at the moment. I think I was trying to mix something around. So anyway, you truly can be creative and unique here and plug in whatever you think is right, because there's no such thing as right here and everything works in its own way. So with all that being said, let's actually start testing this system that I built and see what it can come up with. So now basically I want to show you guys how to ideate scripts and hooks with this system, and I'm going to do that for 2 examples. First, I'm going to ideate a hook for my new channel. So we're going to imagine I'm making a new video, and then I'm going to ideate a hook for a channel like MagnatesMedia or Fern. So like I guess storytelling documentary channels, sort of a classical YouTube automation channels, if you will. And the way we're going to do it is basically first we're going to need to build context. Now, depending on the channel, depending on the niche, the context is going to be different, but this is how I would build the context for my, you know, for one of my videos. So normally, you know, what do? I make educational videos, and typically there is like a center of attention in my videos, meaning there is typically that one case study, that one YouTube automation, that, you know, one YouTube automation channel that I'll be breaking down. So, and in this case, I'm essentially referencing this video right here. So that I published fairly recently. So basically this very video right here, I copied a 10K a month channel. So that's exactly how I actually wrote the intro for the particular video. So I went here to Poppy, I plugged in all this information, which is, by the way, the screenshot screenshots of the model channel, as you can see, so just their front page screenshots, and then a screenshot of their numbers, so you can see like the views are shown here, and then a random dashboard of this channel from the view stats, just so AI has some data to work with. And then I'm actually gonna plug in the actual link to the channel just in case, and I think that should do. That's kind of enough data for AI to work with. Now I already have this prompt right here, and actually before we even deploy the prompt, I forgot to let you know about the very first prompt, and you can kind of use it just to test whether the system is all connected and functioning and responsive. But it's a good exercise to just ask it, what all data do you have? And so it's basically going to tell you the brain that you have plugged in here and all the context. So let's just give it a moment. And so here it goes. The first thing is YouTube video creation guides. So it obviously has some, guides that we attached. Then it knows the information about myself. So I'm AI guy, obviously the channel that I plugged in. And then it has other examples of successful video creators. And then it has monetization information, and then technical resources and personal insights. Basically all that stuff, it recognizes it and it's truly ready to go. Now, in order to actually create our first hook, let's imagine I'm making a video for my channel. I'm gonna go ahead here and copy this long prompt. So it serves, each line serves a different purpose. So let's actually break it down. So it goes like this: to test this system, let's create an idea and a video for my channel, which is presented in group 1. So I'm thinking to model the video which you have in group 6. To make it easier for you, I extracted the script as well and attached in a separate file, in a separate text file. So to begin with, I'm thinking to title my video in this way. And by the way, it is good for you to have an idea of your title in advance, although AI can help you optimize it, which I'll show you later on. But it's always good to have at least a direction for AI to go with. If not, just obviously give a title of the video that you're referencing. That should also be helpful. And now with this in mind, let's work on the intro and the hook. So for the structure, feel free to build it by using both my videos from group 1, writing instructions from group 2, an example of how high-level YouTubers write their scripts in group 3. Ultimately, our job is to make an engaging and fast-paced intro about this faceless YouTube automation channel that has been going viral. And in group 6, you'll find all the supportive data about the channel. And now give me a 3-paragraph intro. First paragraph will point out the fact that this YouTube course will be exposing and building the viral 10K a month YouTube channel. In second paragraph, find the creative way to build tension. And in third, mention the fact that this will be a step-by-step blueprint and mention the key steps from the course. You can model the outline from group 1 for reference, and I'll refine it later if needed. And do remember to give the viewer a reason to watch until the end, as it's super crucial for retention. So basically, this is kind of the formula here. Obviously, you can use it as a template for your own personal use case. Just simply change the title here and obviously tweak some data here and there. But it's ultimately a very much copy-pastable prompt. So let's actually copy it and paste it right here. So here's the script. Right away, I can tell it's a bit long, so it's just slightly prolonged. And I read it slightly. You can feel free to pause the video and read it entirely if you want to. But personally, I'm not happy with it, which is fine. So we can now go here to basically refining hooks, refining hook prompts, and choose one of them that's, that would be suitable for this situation. Basically, these are the exact prompts I gave Poppy for my own refining. But for this case, I think I'm going to copy the part of this prompt and go back here. So I slightly edited the prompt and it goes like this: what are you talking about? You made some stuff up. Is there anything you could improve? Is this script perfect? So that is going to make AI to sort of a subconsciously challenge its own prompt and edit it, remove any information if it was unneeded and whatnot. And now it should be getting better. Now, before I even read this script, the next prompt I want to give it, and I suggest you guys always do that as well, it's very overpowered, is this one right here. Do not shorten this script now or remove any value, but do simplify the vocabulary to 5th grade level reading level, which is super important. That's what Mr. Beast does. So let's do that as well. And here it goes. I found a YouTube channel that's getting some of the craziest views I've ever seen in a spiritual niche. Like, that already sounds like an intro to one of my videos. I'm talking videos with hundreds of thousands of views, blah, blah, blah. I already like this, the way it's going. It's super nice flow. In this full guide, I'll walk you through my 12-step process to build a channel just like this from scratch. You'll learn how to find yeah, that's nice, super nice. Obviously, I'm not gonna read the entire thing. You guys feel free to pause the video, but I'll tell you, writing the hook and ideating it is genuinely one of the most demanding tasks. It's genuinely not easy, right? It's creatively speaking not easy. And the thing is that not everybody can even do it at such extent. So it's truly mind-blowing that this was done with AI in a matter of moments. And from this point, since it will be an educational video, from there you can just improvise and follow the structure, which, by the way, I have a prompt for right here. So it goes like this. I think I'll be improvising, so now just give me a structure that I can follow on a Google Doc and continue my video from there. And that's in case you're recording videos on camera, because we have to agree that mostly people ideate the intro word for word, but from there it's mostly just improvised. So it's gonna give you a perfect structure based on your criteria. So now let's try something else. I connected here another group with videos from MagnatesMedia and Fern. Basically, I connected the screenshots of their channels and the links to their channels and 2 videos from MagnatesMedia. Now, let's say we want to basically ideate a video and a hook for one of the videos in their niche. So what we can do is we can basically say here, so here's what I typed, applying the same principles as before, ideate 5 video ideas for newly connected group 7. And do pay attention to the number of groups, because every new group you create gets unique number, obviously, so you need to pay attention to that. But let's see what it does. And so here are the results. It took literally less than 10 seconds to get these. So here's the first one: how 2 brothers built billion-dollar rivals from pure hatred. Well, this is so-so, but let's look at the next one: the restaurant chain that lost 40 million starting an airline. That sounds interesting. Or I analyzed 100 viral documentary channels and here's what works. That's perfect. So let's imagine we're making a faceless documentary channel. So now I'm gonna tell AI, I choose number 3, give me a 3-paragraph script for that video idea based on the same principles. And when I say same principles, you see, we already gave AI this ultimate prompt, so it kind of understands what we're talking about. And so it obviously, you know, can refer to all the data that was already dropped in the chat as well. So when I go down here, it's gonna give us a, hopefully, a perfect 3-paragraph script that is just gonna be ready to go, and it applies those same scripting formulas and techniques. So let's take a look. I discovered a YouTube channel that's been pulling in some of the craziest views I've ever seen in the documentary niche. I'm talking videos consistently hitting 2 to 5 million views, over 3 million subscribers gained in under 2 years. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's not deny that. Yeah, that's how you would ideate an intro for such a video. Obviously, you would need to take some more time, do a better research, right? Like actually research your idea. And yeah, from there, AI can take care. So now we basically made the hook. I showed you guys good prompts for refining the hook. I've also shown you how to create the outline. Now, the next thing I want to show you is to how to make the title. So now let's copy this prompt and take it back here and just simply paste it. So as you can see, what this prompt does is it helps you with your title research. So it's going to literally give you 20 title ideas, and then based on the knowledge it has plugged in here, which is from How to Title Group and my own custom training on, you know, the art of titling, I suppose, it's going to give you all these results, and then it's going to explain to you which result is the best. Now, I suppose it is still slightly tailored to my own channel, so that is why it used this formula, but it is a good title. I copied a 50k a month documentary channel full tutorial. Truly is a clickbaity title, proven to work. You know, this title has 60k views, so there is no reason for this title not to work. So yeah, and then it gives you an entire explanation on why this title is actually good. But of course, you can tell it's not good enough, for example, and it's gonna give you more options and more explanations, and you can do that infinitely until you find the title that you like. Or here's another option. They're making 50k a month with AI documentaries. I copied their exact process. So the next cool little thing you can do here is, for example, you can copy this prompt and it's gonna ideate a thumbnail for you, and then you're gonna be able to go to an AI image generator and create that thumbnail absolutely for free. So let me show you how. So first I'm gonna paste the prompt, obviously, to get some ideas. So as you can see, I pasted this prompt and it's gonna give me all these details and explanations on, you know, what it thinks should be the best title. And what I'm gonna do here is, I honestly don't even care what it says here. I just want to see the results. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy the prompt, and let me show you how to get it thumbnail for free with the help of AI. So after you copy the prompt, you're gonna go ahead to Ideagram, and it's not a hidden promotion. It's truly free to use. And what you can do here, basically just paste your prompt, click on generate, make sure the aspect ratio here is 16:9. It was for some reason chosen as vertical, and click on generate, and let's see what it does. So here are the results. Not too bad at all, given that it, you know, only took a few minutes to get them generated, and it was completely free. Of course, if you don't like this, you can just give this, you know, thumbnail idea to your designer, which will also go a long way, trust me. And with all that being said, let's move on to the last step in this tutorial, which is making an SEO optimized description. So for that, I'm going to copy this prompt, and then I'm going to go back and plug in the initial group with my own channel, because right here I attached this screenshot, which basically demonstrates to AI how I write my, you know, video descriptions. So it has some text and the exact format that I, you know, use to create my descriptions. So now I'm gonna connect that group right here, paste my prompt, and watch the AI generate a perfect description for my video. Now, we did recently make the video about MagnatesMedia here, so it could be confused, and we actually might need to let it know that the title of our video is, let's say I'm gonna go with I copied a 50k a month channel. So just in case it's gonna give us something weird. Yep, it did give us something weird because we confused it. Okay, so let's fix it. So now it knows the actual title, which is I copied 50k a month channel. And so here we can see the updated result. In this video, I copied the exact formula behind the 50k a month documentary channel that's dominating YouTube right now. After analyzing their most successful videos, I discovered their precise storytelling structure. Basically, it looks good to me. Here it says grab the free Google Doc, as I say in my descriptions often, and then it's gonna propose some other SEO related elements here. here, which do help your videos to get searched. And then it included the links that I usually put in the description. Basically, it's a very good template, which I could copy and put it in my video. And it only took about, less than 10 seconds to get it written. And so with all that being said, that's about all for today's video. Do remember to utilize this system. If you did like it, you can go again here to the home screen, go to templates, and you're gonna find it somewhere here. And also make sure to use my link down below to support the content. And with all that being said, if you want to watch more videos like this, click on the screen now to watch the next video.